Now, for every single person that has made it here today, congratulations. I need you to do one thing and one thing for me. I need you to lock in on every single word that I have to say in this video, and I want you to feel every single word that I say in this video. Everything, and I mean everything, happens for a reason. Every single thing. And if you can take these every single things that happens to yourself, and if you can hone in that energy in the right kind of a way, whether it's something catastrophic that happens, whether it's something very good that happens, it could be very positive, it could be very negative. If you have the ability to handle certain things and situations the right way and carry on with yourself, this is how winning is done. This is how blessings form. I know many people that something bad has happened to. Pretty bad things. Bad things has happened to me. Bad things has probably happened to a majority of you. And these people that I know that bad things have happened to, they did not handle things the right way. I would try to give them advice on how to handle certain things, but at the end of the day, people are going to do what they're going to do. And this is about to get deep, so bear with me. When something very bad happens, let's say a parent passes away, a sibling passes away, something bad happens, and it came out of nowhere. How are you going to handle this situation? What is going to happen when things like this happen? Because nothing happens by accident. They say accidents happen, but it was supposed to happen. So was it really an accident? You can't overthink life, folks. You can't overthink anything. When something bad happens, you can't overthink of what just happened. You have to feel what just happened. Feel it. Allow yourself to feel every ounce of what just happened, whether it's very good or very bad. And you don't hold on to those feelings for too long. I'm telling you guys right now, this is some deep stuff that we're literally about to get into, which we already are, but it's going to get deeper. This is where winning and losing is formed. And a lot of people don't understand this. Let's say if something really good happened to you, you won the lottery. How are you going to handle this situation? Are you going to let it get you on this high and you're just going crazy and you're out of character, or are you going to calm yourself down? You're going to feel what just happened. It's going to be exciting. But can you calm yourself down to make the right decisions under these circumstances of what just happened? That was very good or the very bad things. Life has a way of throwing things at us, whether it's those good things or those bad things. Sometimes you get a storm of these bad things, and mainly this is what it comes down to. It's typically the bad things that people struggle with the most, whether it's a family member that passes, whether it's an accident that you had, you failed at something that you were working on for such a long time. How are you going to handle these circumstances? Someone you loved left you. Somebody broke up with you. You broke up with somebody. Whatever the case might be, how are you going to handle these circumstances? This is what it comes down to. And if you're not making the right moves, if you can't be intelligent enough to make the right moves. This is where you find yourself down a path that you shouldn't be on. This is how downward spirals happen. Because now you're not in alignment. God wanted you to take that situation that he threw your way. He wanted you to move correctly after this has happened. After the storm come, he wanted you to move a certain way. Some people resort to drugs. Some people resort to alcohol. Some people resort to certain things. And guess what? It was not the right move. You made the wrong move. How many times are these things going to happen? How many tests are going to be thrown your way where you're once again not going to showcase strength, but yet weakness? Because I'm telling you guys full well right now, anything could happen to me at all. I bet you my life savings. I bet you everything I own. I will handle the situation the right way. I always have, and I always will. This is where growth happens. This is where prosperity happens, when you showcase strength. No matter what's going on around you, no matter what just happened to you, you showcase strength. You showcase strength by making the right decisions during the storms. You don't resort to a drug. You don't resort to alcohol. You don't resort to something else. You don't panic. You feel what just happened. Okay, you accept it. Can you accept defeat? Can you take an L and then keep rolling with the punches? Like, guys, this is more important knowledge and information right now than you think. Because I know so many people that was in certain situations. And what just happened might have been tough. You did not move the right way after what just happened. You chose weakness to make yourself feel good right now. You don't do it. Allow yourself to go through the times. Allow yourself to go through it. For example, when Andrew Tate, this is just random, but like when Andrew Tate went to jail, Romanian prison, whatever the place was, he allowed himself to feel everything during those times, during those months. He didn't shy away from it. He allowed himself to feel what was going on. He took his L's. And now look at the position he's in now. Seems to be doing very well. So if you can make the right decisions when bad things happen, even when good things happen, because you got to be careful, folks. When good things happen, you have to be careful. You can't get too high on your own supply. Take yourself down a little bit. Whenever things are going so well, you can't just think. Things are just going to go so well all the time. When you're riding on a high, you're going to come back down. You don't just ride a high and it's just high, 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 high. You're coming back down. And the fact that you're viewing this video right now is not happening by mistake, because this is more important than any of you could possibly fathom in your minds. Life is all about these things. We just don't think about it often because we're living our lives, we're doing certain things. But if you pay attention to patterns and notice patterns like I do, because I'm trying to figure out life myself all the time, every single day, I'm trying to make sense of things. And I don't think life is ever going to make full sense. But to make the most sense out of life is probably going to do you best. Learning from experiences, catching patterns. Like when I dealt with some toxic people in the past, I started to catch on to the patterns of these people Now I can put a stop to it. Because if I was not smart, if I was not intelligent, the same things could keep happening to me and I wouldn't know. But I do know because I caught on. I learned. So this is what it comes down to. Noticing the patterns of life. Noticing how when something bad happens, if you can just ride that wave of that something bad happening and you feel what's happened, you allow it to, okay, I'm going to take this L and I'm going to keep going. I'm going to handle it well. I'm going to handle this situation well, and I'm going to keep on going. Showcasing strength, showcasing yourself, being resilient. Resiliency is key. Consistency is key. When something tries to knock you off your path, when you're being super consistent, which is a big storm of something bad happening, if you can get through that and keep making the right decisions, that's where the blessings happen. It's not just about being consistent. That's basic. Everybody hears that. Oh, just be consistent. Just do your best. Just show up and you'll be successful, blah, blah, blah. It's more than that. It's deeper than that. Yes, you're going to have to do that, but it's deeper than that. More things happen. I don't often hear people talk about the bad things that happen while you're being consistent. Because you can be consistent for a very long time and get some great results. This is when another big test is going to come your way to try to knock you down. Because you're constantly doing what's right. You're just in that state all the time. We don't hear it enough. Like, bro, there's so many young people. And I was that young once too, obviously. Still young, but I was that young once as well. The people that I'm thinking about. They are clueless. We were all kind of clueless at one point. That's why life is about living and learning. Actually learning. Going through things and really learning from it. So you can get better, so you can grow, so you can live the life God has set out for you. Because if you don't do what's right, you don't get that life. Imagine being so far away from the life you should have been living. That's not what you want. And if you can showcase resiliency during the times of yourself being consistent, this is some pretty high level stuff. When you think about it, not everyone can even be consistent, let alone deal with the battles that happens while you're doing the harder things in life, because that's what's going to happen. When the universe can see, when the devil can see that you're tough enough to be consistent, to reach your goals, to reach your mission, to live your dream life, he's going to throw a whole bunch of stuff your way to try to take you off. He's literally going to take you off your square. But what are you going to do? What kind of decisions are you going to make to keep on trucking it forward after you just had to take some else? Because the world is going to try to break you mentally. And you can take an L, you can feel the hurt from something that happened, but you have to keep going. You have to be smart enough to be able to keep going regardless of what happens, folks. Regardless. This is really what it comes down to. So I just want to have some encouragement for you guys today in this video to really be mindful about the decisions you're making. Like, really mindful. Stop making dumb decisions. Stay as clean as possible. Stay as pure as possible. Have this God-given energy as much as possible, like there's something for you all the time, and you're going to do everything right. You're going to try to live perfect, even though no one's perfect and you won't be perfect, but you're going to try to be. You're going to strive to be. You're going to do what's right so you can live the life that you're supposed to live, that God has for you. And not let the devil take you away from that. Am I making any sense to any of you? I already know I am. Maybe not all of you, but a lot of you, I know I am. This is really what it comes down to, folks. This is really what it comes down to. It's not that deep, but it's very deep. Strange. So be mindful of your decisions. Be mindful of when things, okay, like, do you really deserve to do the things that you're going to go ahead and do because you felt like you've worked hard enough or you've done something, you deserve this? Do you really? Are you really going to allow yourself to take that downward spiral because you think you worked hard this week or this month? Is that really the right decision? Not enough of you think hard enough on it. You just let yourself do that thing. You let yourself do that thing. You let yourself do that thing. You're just a feather in the wind, quite frankly. Instead of having a grip on yourself, thinking things through, you just let yourself, which is ignorance. You let yourself do too many stupid things. But you don't want to be honest with yourself that you're doing those things. You just let yourself do those things. And it's not a smart move. You're just pushing yourself further away from the life and the path God has set out for you. That's all you're doing. You clicked on this video for a reason. I'm not trying to sit here to make you overthink your life. I want you to continue to live your life as I am and as I will. But be mindful when certain things happen. Be mindful of the decisions you're going to make. Is this really the right decision? Should I drink this weekend? Should I do these things? Should I go with these people? These are the things, bro. This is what makes up life, your own decisions. Should I talk to this girl? She's giving me a hard time. Should I keep talking to this girl? Like, what is going on? You have to be mindful of your decisions. What's good for you? What's not good for you? When something bad happens for you, how can you learn from this? How can you take it in? How can you accept this L the right way and keep moving with strength and durability? Because you have to be super durable. You can't break. I know people who broke and they're broke in. They're broken. They used to have it so good. They were playing a high level of hockey. They were doing good things. And a few little things happened with this person's family. Family issues. His mom cheated on his dad. And it broke this kid. This kid was, I think, 4 years younger than me, I believe. He was playing a high level of hockey. Pretty much professional, pro league. That happens at 18. He knocks up some girl that he don't even, it was just at some party. Don't even like the girl. He's into drugs. He's into alcohol. Knocks up a second girl with a second kid at 20. And I'm just using this as an example to showcase to you guys how important this video actually is. And to not overlook this. Because things happen. When you're not mindful of your own decisions, when you're just acting in the moment, oh, just pick up the bottle. I just want to take a drink. I'm just gonna I'm pretending this is alcohol. I'm just going to take a drink. I'm just going to drink. I'm just not really going to think that much. You see how detrimental this is? Like, do you see? Instead of being here, instead of being present, instead of making those decisions, you showcase strength. You're right here. You're not being weird and fidgety. You're right here. Making the right, logical decisions. Is this good for me? Should I mate with this female at this party that I don't even like because I feel like doing it, and you just do it with no protection? And now look what you got on your hands for the rest of your life. You have a kid coming now. And you're not even with this female. You're that young. You're still a kid yourself. So it's like, it's things like this, guys. And then at 20, the exact same thing. Still on drugs, still boozing. And I'm just using this as an example. This situation as an example. But it's a great example. Because this is how downward spirals happen. And upward spirals happen when you go through something hard and you show strength and resilience. You can't be broken. You will stand in the fire. You will fight. You will be here. You will be successful. You will live the life God has set out for you. You don't bend. You don't break. You don't fold. You don't budge. Whatever happens, you're going to take it on. No matter what happens, you're going to handle it the right way, as bad as it might be. It could bring you down to one knee. Something so catastrophic could happen, and guess what? You're going to get back up. And you're going to keep going. You don't make the weak decisions, guys. Make stronger, more logical decisions. That's going to benefit you later on down the road, because guess what? Picking up a bottle right now, and I'm just using this as an example as well. I know a lot of people like to drink, but just picking up a bottle right now, just getting drunk, doing all these kinds of things. Is this really getting you anywhere, bro? Is this really getting you anywhere? No. What's wrong with being right here? Sober. Being able to think. Did something get too hard? Did something happen? What happened? Why do you feel the need to do that? What is going on? You can't handle it? Easy for you to say, whatever the excuses are. Bro, I've been through some catastrophic situations myself. I don't make those decisions. I've never resorted to drugs once in my life because I felt weak and needed them and all this kind of stuff. I didn't resort to alcohol once in my life because I felt I needed this to resort to some things that's happened to me. Anytime I've ever touched alcohol when I was younger or something like that, it was for fun. It was for a party. It wasn't for, I need a substance to make me feel some kind of way because things are hard, life is hard, or a drug or anything like this. Same with weed or anything else. It was for partying. It was for having fun. It was for the boys. It was for something like that. It wasn't for something to cope for. But I just think a lot of people today are coping over something. And it's just not the right move. I'd tell you if it was. It's just not the right move. Whatever you feel inside that you have to do those things, that should be used to motivate you. You should turn whatever bad feeling you feel into strength. Not to pick some, bro, I can't even imagine. Bro, that's so weak. Like, I would feel like a pussy, bro. If I just didn't feel right or something, and I have to pick up some bottle, I gotta put a cigarette in my mouth, I gotta resort to something to make me feel better. Huh? Do you not feel weak doing those things? Do you not? Like, how could you even do that? I can't relate. I'm trying to give you guys clearly a piece of myself in this video. I'm trying to showcase my strength to show you guys what needs to be done. And I'm telling you guys full well right now, this works. You know what does not work? And you know how I know it doesn't work? Because I've seen so many people make those decisions and look at where they're at now. And I don't want to sit here and make this about myself, but look where I'm at now. And look where they're at now. Look where other people in the world are. Forget about me. Look where other people in the world are right now. Because they showcase strength. They were resilient. They went through the hard times. They went through the hard struggles. They didn't resort to something to make themselves feel better. They didn't do this. They didn't do that. They stayed right there in the thick of things and kept making the right decisions as hard as things were. That's how it's done. So if you clicked on this video today or this evening, it did not happen by mistake. This video is for you. This video is for you to learn from. And I hope to God this sticks with you and you can make the right decisions from now. Forget about the mistakes you've made in the past. Hopefully you can make the right decisions now, the stronger decisions now. That's going to serve you for the rest of your life so you can land on the life you were always supposed to live that God had set out for yourself. And with that being said, God willing, God bless. I will see y'all at the top.